Well, welcome to Off Air Talks. Episodes are just flying by, and this is actually our first episode, Lise, with two guests. I guess you got to introduce yourself. I just flew past you there.
Oh, it's okay. I'm Lisa McGregor, and we, in this tight, compact era, we squeezed in two legends who have probably never been in an interview together, but you would recognize them as the king and queens of the city, if you will. You've got the Oilers' longtime broadcaster, Gene Principe, and his better half, longtime city councillor, Karen Principe. Thank you guys so much for coming in.
Yeah, thank you.
So
It's kind of neat to hang out together.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for the invite.
It's a pleasure to have you together. I mean, I've been waiting for this for a while.
We kind of talked about this at a Christmas party. And
we did.
we put out the
After
idea.
a few drinks, I'm assuming?
We're like,
Karen.
when should we ask Karen? Let's give her a glass of wine.
Big fans of yours. I was so excited to
Oh,
have
you're
this
so
opportunity.
sweet.
You're so sweet. We really want to know. I mean, how long have you been married for?
Yeah.
And where did you guys meet?
Oh my gosh, how
Which
long
one
have we
is
been
it?
married?
Uh,
I don't even know.
Yeah, 1997.
28.
May of
And you met
1997.
in Winnipeg.
We met in Winnipeg.
I tried to pick her up.
The old-fashioned way. We
Yeah.
met in a bar.
Okay,
I
that's
love
good. Yeah.
How could you resist this guy?
She
Oh, I
did actually.
I
yeah.
did.
She did, yeah.
I did. I very politely declined.
Shut me down the first time.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
How did that look,
I
though?
was a DJ. I was a DJ.
Yeah.
What?
I was a DJ in a restaurant lounge.
Yeah.
And he tried to pick me up, and I
Yeah.
very, very kindly declined.
Yeah, firmly, but kindly. And then I had just moved to Winnipeg. It was June of 92, and I literally had been there a couple of weeks. And then in March of 93, we were at a function together, and my cousin's husband, who was with me the night I got shot down, was also, it was a party on his behalf and his wife to be. And he's like, "You'll never guess who was here." And I'm like, "Who?" And we didn't know her name. And he says, "Remember that girl from, And I'm like,
The DJ.
When you got burned that one night?
yeah, exactly. So then I waited. Actually, her younger brother, who's a big dude, was sitting beside her. So I didn't know if she was with him or not. I waited for him to get up and leave, and then I went and started chatting with her. And then, of course, second time she didn't resist.
Yeah.
And she
Well,
gave
you were
gave
so
me her phone
kind
number.
and polite.
As opposed to the first time I guess. So yeah, it took 2 swings at it to get her interest.
And then the third swing, you got married. Yes,
Yeah,
for
pretty
added
much.
marriage.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, and we were together. We dated for quite a long time.
4 years.
Yeah, 4 years.
Yeah.
That was, I proposed in '96. I was working in Toronto. She was in Winnipeg, and I surprised her. Flew back to Winnipeg, and
The whole thing.
yeah.
It'll be 29
29
years
years
this
for me.
year. Yeah.
You guys got to do a big celebration for your 30th.
Yeah. It's it's amazing how long it's been, considering the humble beginnings of the relationship. To be here now, closing in on 30 years, is I guess credit to her, to me, to us together.
And also, too, I mean, you live such busy lives aside from the marriage. But before we get to that, headed into 30 years, do you think that Edify should invite you back for a cover of the magazine?
I like that idea.
Yeah.
To familiarize people, tell us about the spread, if you will, that you did for Edified Magazine a couple of years ago.
That was so fun. That was a great time.
Yeah, there was a lot of chemistry.
There's a reason there was a lot of
Yeah,
history.
right. There was a reason, but we were approached, and I don't know what Karen envisioned. I envisioned me holding a soccer ball and a football and maybe a hockey stick, and her in more of a business type look with a briefcase, and then they approached us back in the early '90s. I think David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson
Okay.
from X-Files, an old television show,
Love X-Files.
did the front cover of the Rolling Stones magazine,
Cool.
where they were lying together
Yeah.
in bed.
Yeah.
And then they offered it to us, and she was like, "Yeah, let's
That
do
sounds
it."
fun.
And I was like, "Okay." I should check with Sportsnet, and they're like, "Yeah, do it." So
I guess smart. I love Karen that you're just like right into it.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
A woman of many layers. I mean, DJ. Now you're on the cover
She
model.
was a model when I first met her. She actually
I
did
did.
some modeling.
I believe it.
I
No
believe it.
way.
But you also said there's some tea to this. So why was the chemistry so?
Well, he had just gotten home from a
I was on holidays
vacation.
with my kids.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Gotcha.
I was like, excited to see her.
You missed her.
Yeah, and she was like, nope, no, you better wait for the photo shoot first.
Wow.
Holy, that is amazing.
I love
It's a lot
that.
of fun, and you know, as much as I've been in the television business like you two have, they literally threw. It was not a. We were, you know, I had no shirt
It's
on.
amazing how they do it.
Yeah, just like a little
Together.
mattress, and they had this white back. It was strange, but not in a bad way. I was expecting, like, do you remember? I said, I wonder if we're going to shoot this in our bed, in our room. She's like, no, we're not doing this. You know, the photo.
They're
shoot.
really getting
Real
personal.
personal,
They're
yeah.
like, the cameras are above your bed, just taking
Yeah, that's
over.
kind of what I thought.
Yeah.
She's like, no, we're not doing that. So they were amazing in what they did, and
Very artistic. It was well done.
Yeah, I loved it.
we were like, it was a while ago, so we didn't think, we have 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl, and the boys, they didn't care, but the girl, she was not happy when her friends were texting her saying, did you see your parents? You know, I didn't think they'd find out.
Gene said,
Yeah.
"Oh, they'll never find out."
Yeah, I should have known better.
Yeah.
So she was a little bit, I can't believe you did that.
Hey, she'll be proud of it one day. You find
Yes,
out stories
so
about your
will you.
parents.
Yeah.
I mean, I've just found out a couple about my parents this weekend, way back in the day. So you think they're funny the older you get. So
I think you're right. I think she'll appreciate it, but it certainly gave me, you know, Karen can answer for her sort of, I guess, reputation. For me, they just see a guy with like a suit and tie and asking questions, but I have to tell you, the Oilers players were kind of like, it was one of the few times that Connor McDavid came up to me and said, hey, what's the story in that magazine? Who decided that, and what, you know, what was the background on it? He asked me a few questions about it, so it kind of piqued people's curiosity because of the way that it was done by Edify magazine.
Also,
Yeah.
you kind of open up that door where it's like, in a way, vulnerable. So people get to know another side of you that's kind of
We're
nice.
real people.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you work with the city. Like that's also, you have a high end profile role. So what did people say to you about this?
Well, mixed
Yeah.
reviews on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. However, you know what? I just saw it as, you know, a creative way to express our relationship.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and let people know that we're just a real couple.
I love that you did that because I think, you know, and Sierra and I say this all the time, you shouldn't have to be in one box. You
Right,
shouldn't have,
yeah.
just because you're in a serious job, that you can't explore these fun things. Like we do fun photo shoots, but I'm still doing, you know, hard news stories. Like
Right,
you should be
yeah.
allowed to do that.
Absolutely, I agree. Yeah.
Did it kind of bring you guys closer? Like, what is the secret to
Did
this
that.
union?
Best night of Gene's life.
Pretty close. Yeah, I think, I mean, as much as we know each other, it was still something that I don't think we
it
ever
was
had.
really fun to experience that.
Yeah,
together.
yeah. I think it was neat to do something like that with your wife, mother, your kids, someone that you've known for 30 plus years. It's not something, you know, you go on vacation together, you go for dinner together, things that you expect to do. I don't think either of us expected to be in that situation. So it was.
Yeah, it was fun. The hair and makeup.
Oh, that's the best part. Yes, you get pampered.
Yes, yeah, exactly. No, it was a great experience, and we still have probably about a half box of
If
magazines.
you want one.
Yeah.
Yes, we
actually.
do. Bring
want
one
our
in.
copy.
Please sign it. Yes, we do.
We'll bring it for you.
And I mean, you are on the road so much, Gene. So how do you keep your marriage strong with 3 kids? Your job is so busy as well. Obviously, sometimes are more stressful than others. So what really keeps you two together and like meshed?
Yeah, I guess we understand each other. We get what's sort of important, and when it's time to, like, I know when we argue or disagree, I'm the type that wants to resolve it, like right now, like almost before that
Yeah.
it happens. Like,
Yeah.
let's resolve it. And she's just like, hey, no, I need some time and space to cool off. Or
Yeah, I
about
think
it
when
or
I
whatever.
think things through, I can just come with a clearer mindset
Yeah.
and not so much emotion.
Yeah,
That's
but
the way I deal
we
with
just
things.
we're
yeah.
both of European background, so I think it helped when it came to having our kids, raising our kids, naming our kids, and just our Catholic background as well. So
We like to
yeah.
go to church together. with
Yeah,
our
so
kids.
we've
Yeah,
got a lot
it's-
of, I guess, similarities that we've continued to push and grow. We don't spend a lot of time doing things just the two of us, like going away or anything like that. It's often been, I think for me, there was a guilt to it, like I'm
Yeah.
away so much and then I come home and then I'm
Yeah.
going to go away with my wife, which is a great idea, but that means no kids involved. So a long time
Right.
for me to go, and even now they're in their 20s, like, yeah, I just like being
I
around
think they
them.
still like hanging out with us.
Yeah, I think that they like that. They see that mom and dad are trying to do their best with their jobs and for the city and the community. And I think they appreciate that we have higher profile positions than maybe most of their friends' parents have, but not necessarily more important.
Yeah.
Still,
Well
it's so
said.
inspiring too, I'm sure, to them. I mean, what you guys do is so interesting. I'm so curious, when you decided that you wanted to run for city councilor, I mean, obviously Gene has so much experience in working the crowds and all that kind of stuff. But what went into that decision, and how did he kind of help you, or did he in some ways too?
Oh, he did. He's my number one supporter. Yeah, he was always very supportive of me going on this adventure. And, you know, and Gene as well has always been very connected to the community. We've done a lot of volunteering. As a family as well, we like to volunteer. And just that connection to community, that's really what encouraged me to want to run for city council. And he was like, yeah, let's do it. Like, I'll help you out. And yeah, together, you know, you need a lot of support when
For
you're
sure.
going through something like this, and the kids also supported
Well,
us.
when I first met her, as we got to know each other, she'd always mentioned that politics or making the community a better place. Maybe back then we weren't sure what that exactly meant, but as we had kids and you volunteer and you get involved in the community, you start to see that, and then you wanted to impact the community on a bigger scope. And so I said, sure, I'm happy to help. And you know, civic elections, the timing works out well because I'm off during the summer, and so I spent the summer, you know, door knocking for her.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
I will happily do it. I throw in my north side cutoff shirt. I have the gold chain hanging out the way I go. I look at some of the photos. I'm like, now I have the advantage that when I go to someone's door, a good majority of people kind of go, either they think they know you or they know you. So that helps ease any of the kind of, not tension, but uncertainty.
Yeah.
And I get the easy questions about the Oilers and the power play and what's going on with Connor McDavid. She gets the hard questions about the things that she covers. So I'm happy to do it. And I'll be honest with you, I do consider myself, we consider ourselves to be, you know, people. And it's a great way to connect with the community when you go to someone's door and you knock on it and you
Yeah.
open the door.
Yeah.
And there you are, in a different way that I connect when I'm looking in a camera,
Yeah.
talking to whomever's sitting
And
home.
together, like that
And
also
together.
shows that
Yeah.
you're supporting one another
Yeah,
when you
yeah.
show up at someone's
And
door.
it's in our community where we raised our kids,
Yeah,
where our
right.
kids went to school, where they played soccer. So we have that connection to our community.
Yeah, amazing.
Where did this kind of passion for being so involved come from? I think a lot of people might step back and wonder, you have 3 kids, how do you find the time? Crazy schedules, like you're not working 9 to 5s at all. What made you want to, where did that drive come from?
Well, you know, my mom in Winnipeg, she actually started Food Mission.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, so she created, it's called Feed My Lambs.
Oh my goodness.
And I was inspired by my mom starting a nonprofit organization, and just, you know, just seeing the need for it in our community. We wanted our kids to grow up playing sports, so when you enroll them in sports, they always say, well, would you like to coach, or anyone willing to volunteer to coach? And thank goodness Gene stepped up and he said, I'll do it, I'll coach. And I stepped up to be manager, and then it just kind of, you know, rolls from there. You just say, where else can we make an impact on our community? We volunteer for Christmas Bureau, food bank, wherever we can. Now Sports Central.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm on the board with Sports Central, which is a charity that provides, I would say, gently used equipment to kids who otherwise wouldn't be able to play sports. And my background for, I guess, volunteering, my parents were always volunteers at the Italian Canadian Seniors Association. So I saw them spend, you know, many weekends and nights and bingos and casinos. And I'm not sure it connected with me at the time when you're younger and you got 3 young kids and you're out of town, you're just juggling that. But I think as you get a little bit older and you think that your legacy isn't just about what you do for you, it's what you do for others, and helping other people out who aren't as lucky as you are really makes you feel great. And so I think, again, to something that we had similar minds about when it comes to giving back to the community. And now I'm happy to do kind of almost anything from, judging during the Olympic break. I'm judging a slam dunk competition,
Are
or
you?
judging a dancing competition, to
Yes.
doing other events.
Yeah.
I usually, the only time I say no is if the schedule says no. I'm
Wow.
not here. I'm not in town. I'm not available. It is about giving hope and help to other people.
And so many people would appreciate seeing either of you come to an event. It also shows that you care about them, you care about people in the community. So people think that that's huge. So thank you guys for doing
Yeah, I
that.
think showing up is a lot of it.
It is,
Right,
yeah.
just showing up. It's kind of sometimes in our business that sometimes you interview somebody important or speak to somebody important. It doesn't matter what they say, just that you have that interview with that important person. And I feel like sometimes that's us going to an event, whether it's together or separately. They're like, oh, look who's here, the city councilor's here. So you've already kind of tackled much of what you want to accomplish by showing up.
What about when you guys get home? Do you talk shop? Do you spill the tea to each other? Because I mean, he's got the scoop of McDavid.
Yeah, seriously.
You got what really happened with snow plowing. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm curious.
Well, I tell you what, walking around our neighborhood, I had like a hoodie on and a mask until the snow got plowed. Now I'm walking around like, yeah, look at our streets, how clean they are.
Totally, though. You'll take
Yeah.
the
We
heat.
do talk a little shop.
Yeah, we do. I mean, my kids, at least 2 of the 3 are into hockey, especially my daughter. She loves it. So a lot of times I'll come home from a game and Karen will be up and or maybe my sons and talk about what happened that game. We do talk about politics as well because it's a big job and an important one. I don't know, like I always say, I got the fun job, she's got the hard job. And we have important jobs, but hers is more lasting, legacy important. Mine is for the moment, for the season. People like to watch the Oilers and they see you and they kind of connect you with the hockey team. But we just kind of, I mean, I think there comes a point, like when she ran, my daughter kind of had 8 p.m. was a cutoff for political talk, because you end up just, even me, I'm not really into politics, but I want to try and help her. You end up just talking about it, it just continues, and it's like, okay, like we got to stop.
But I think it's
right?
like any couple, really. When you
Yeah.
come home from work, you usually talk about what happened.
at work.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
day highlights.
Yeah, right. Lowlights,
What happened.
challenges,
Yeah.
sacrifices, victories, whatever it is that the
Right,
day
yeah.
brought upon you. Except I get to talk about like McDavid getting to 50 goals, like Draisaitl 100 points.
It's just all positive.
And she talks about other things that are, can be a challenge.
So if you're down in the dumps, do you just come at her with 8,000 puns or what?
Yes, she's. You know what? My family's been quite supportive in. They're kind of a test audience, I guess, for some openings and for different puns. And Karen Karen knows where everything.
You're the pun girl?
Yeah.
Prop girl.
Oh, got you.
She
Okay.
knows like where everything is in the house. I'll have an idea and I'll say, "Hey, do you know?"
Do we have a
That's
do we have a
amazing.
shark?
Yeah. Yes, we do. Yeah. Do we have a clown outfit? Yeah, actually, it's over there. So she's very helpful when I'm at home in providing what I need for the openings or parts of the show. So they're involved as well. Because a lot of times, just like the business that you're in, it takes a lot of people to have success. And so sometimes people see me because I'm fronting it and go, oh, what a great idea you had. And I might say, well, maybe I did have the idea, maybe it wasn't. But even if it was me, it takes lots of people to help bring it about. And I think one of the great things is I get the support at home. And then at the rink, so many of the staff, the cameraman or the director or producer will say, what about if we do this? Or how about if we add this? And so it just starts as you kind of plant the seed and then everybody helps water it, I guess.
And at home when he tests out his puns, depending on the eye roll,
Yeah.
right? How good it is, yeah.
Yeah, or how bad it is, either way.
You're like, maybe keep trying, less eye roll this time.
Yeah.
Do puns like sometimes, they hit at home or maybe they don't hit and then they hit on air and you're like, see, I told you, like, how's that go?
Yeah, well, it's, you know what? What's happened now is like, I'll like be at the grocery store and someone will say, hey, can you give me a pun? And I'm just like, just kind of shopping. Like, people just roll like I got them in my back pocket here and go, hey. So it's kind of fun because I think puns are fun and I've done them for a long time. And yet lots of people can do them. And in fact, sometimes I'll find friends and family will start doing it and then what'd you think? You know? Okay, you know. But they're great, and I mean, listen, Connor, Leon, and Company are a wonderful show. They're the most exciting show on ice.
Yeah.
So I just try and add to it, whether it be in the intermissions or pregame, just to kind of get everybody feeling the right way and feeling positive about what they're about to see for the next 2.5 hours.
And even, I mean, like Italian Center, they took a hold of it.
Principi. Can't forget the Principi.
Yeah.
So that meshes perfectly.
Yeah, it was perfectly.
Is that coming back?
Oh, well, you know, we'll wait to see in the playoffs. But you know, Teresa Spinelli and the Italian Center
best.
shop.
Yeah, they're unreal. We
were
love them.
Fantastic. You know.
Speaking of community.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And so you see other people do it, and they just approached me and said, "Would you like to do this with $2 from every Principi going to Sports Central?"
Amazing.
And we raised, I think, $6,600
Wow.
out of kind of like nothing.
Totally.
It was just an idea, and we had to, of course, try the Principis, and they were really good.
Were they?
So it was quite, it was fantastic. Even if I'm a crusty old guy.
Yes, we got one.
We got one.
that's
We've
so
been
good.
waiting.
I love it. You know what, Gene? One thing that's really cool about you, you know, I used to cover sports, and I think from, you know, when you go to scrums around the league or whatnot, it's quite serious. Yeah. And when you see a lot of people that their bureau is one team or whatnot, it's quite serious. But you've managed in one of the hardest leagues, like the NHL, especially in Canada, to really make light of so many games, even back in the day when, like way back in the day when the Oilers were struggling or we were at Rexall or whatnot, you always make everything fun. How do you, or have you always been that way, or did you make a decision to be that way to have fun with it?
Yeah, I think it was somewhere in between. Prior to getting to Edmonton in 1998, I did a late night highlight show, and we had some fun with it. And then when I first got here, it was funny because I got here, I was 31, and she was pregnant with our first, and for some, it was kind of not a strange time, but I thought, okay, time to grow up. You know, you're a dad, or will be, you're a husband. And so I kind of took the edge off that, and actually one of my old bosses from Winnipeg, Joe Scucci, an Italian guy who I worked with, said, it seems like he wasn't being critical, but he's kind of like, oh, it seems like things have changed. You're not like you used to be. And it kind of light went off. I thought, yeah, just because I'm married now and going to be a dad, I don't think it means that I got to stop being who I am on TV. Mm-hmm. And so when the Oilers made it to the Cup final in 2006, in fact, 2 of our 3 kids really caught on with that, right? Oiler fever. And the next year they were really bad. And I thought to myself, like, oh, 7 p.m., generally speaking, people turn on that TV. And said, I'm their first impression. The team's really struggling. They might have had a bad day at work. So let's try and make this light and humorous. And then it just kind of developed from there. It kind of started like that. And here we are literally, 20 years later almost. And still doing it. Sometimes I get reeled in a little bit by my bosses. And sometimes, the world's changed as well on what's okay or not okay to say or do, even if the intent isn't malicious. It's more about how the result is and how it's received. So, but there are times where I'm like going to do something and someone goes, I don't know, like when you kind of think big picture and go, okay, maybe let's not do that. It may not come across. Because that's the last thing I want is to have people going, I can't believe you said that. I don't want that in a negative way.
But you also will always get people saying that. I mean, we've seen this throughout the industry with our previous jobs and even just with this, right? You're always going to have people talking, but obviously you want to not cause that controversy if you don't.
Yeah, I think so. And I mean, you have that in your business, right?
For sure you would.
I mean,
You have it a lot.
It's amazing if I can bring up bike lanes.
Please do. Please do.
Please don't.
I usually stay in my bike lane, but today like people would always say to Karen or to me, your wife voted for bike lanes, and I'd be like, well, actually, you can speak to her. Actually, she didn't, but they just perceived that they would see a vote that it got passed, and that Karen must have been. And that's one main example. There are others, but I think you have the challenging job where sometimes you get like it's like not being on the ice and getting blamed for the goal against.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Talk to us about your experience with that.
Yeah, well, it's challenging. It is. All I can do is work hard, do my job, and represent the people that elected me, and even those that didn't vote for me, right? I representing the whole community. And I truly do listen to what folks are saying, what's important, and I'm really bringing that forward to City Council. And you know, a lot of the concerns are the spending, right? Tax increases, and I'm sure people are aware that it's anticipated that tax increases are going to grow. And I'm really going to keep working hard to try to keep that under control.
One thing that's so refreshing about you, Karen, is that you're not like a career politician. You're pretty chill.
Yeah.
You're pretty, you calm, cool, collected. You don't get upset about certain things, and you don't have this crazy personality just to like put on the political show, if you will.
Right. Yeah. I'm really just representing the people in my community.
What's the hardest part about being on council? You know, I agree with you, Gene. It's tough because there's a lot of misinformation where they think, oh, well, you wanted the bike lane just because you were on council at the time it got passed, but they don't realize that there's a vote and it depends on how many votes go over. So do you find it's frustrating and people don't really realize that there's more to it, or?
Yeah, it is frustrating. However, it is what it is, right? There's not a whole lot I can do to change that. But what I can do is keep doing what I'm doing. Like you said, you know, I listen, I'm pretty even keel, and I just want to work hard.
And a big thing too is how people see you outside of City Hall and Council, right? And you're the same person. So that's also something that people keep in mind when they are voting for councillors, and if that you're the same person all the way around.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the things that amazed me, first of all, I have respect for almost anyone that runs.
Yeah.
Especially
office.
nowadays, yeah.
It is, you know, to put yourself out there, and then those that win, and Karen didn't win all the time either, right? She had to, she kind of had to work at it as well. I got a lot of respect for them. One of the things that surprised me is how many, I guess, events, openings, statue unveilings,
Meetings,
Ribbon cutting,
ribbon cutting. Like, it is amazing the things that, and not just her, but other councillors and the mayor, and I speak of Edmonton, but that would apply to, you know, any city. It is amazing how many, I would say to her, you keep saying yes. She goes, yeah, but you don't know how many times I have to say no because I can't make it. So that's, I kind of like my schedule's a little more, you know, it comes out in July and you look at it and you go, okay, here's what I'm doing. Hers is a little more unpredictable because of all the, you know, all the events that people would like you or a city representative to be at.
Not to mention, if your council goes long, I mean, that's a long day. You're sitting
It
there. You get a window for lunch. I mean, that's tough. It's a crazy schedule.
And during our lunch, we usually have meetings booked.
Insane.
Yeah.
Quite often have meetings booked.
Can you even eat in council? I don't think you can. I try to look at you guys. I'm like, can they even have like?
Why are you eating when you're
I
in there?
usually
actually
am,
can.
yeah.
You can.
Oh, good,
Yeah.
good.
Gene, you got to pack her some
I
snacks.
was going to say, I gotta get prepared.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny, we only, between Rogers Place and City Hall is what, maybe 3 blocks?
Yeah, it's so
Sweet.
close.
And we
rarely-
never get together.
But
This
we're busy.
right here together.
Oh, we love
Oh, we
it.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
I can count on one hand how many
Yeah.
times in the last 4
Just
years.
timing, and you know,
Yeah.
she might be in a meeting, or
Yeah.
you know, it just kind of, yeah, it's kind of neat. We made sure we were available together for this because
Thank
we're
you.
both, you know,
Fans. We're big
Yeah.
fans.
we were big
You guys
fans
are
of
so
both you. I remember meeting you, Lisa, when you were in Calgary. Like a long time ago, right? And I remember thinking, this girl's got a good future
You're
ahead
too
of her.
kind.
And we watch you, Sierra, in the mornings as well, and that's who we kind of watch. She's more in the morning. I'm not as much TV as her, but she's usually boom, not right to the TV, but you turn the TV on.
Catch up on what
Yeah.
You want to catch up on what's going on, kind of overnight, early in the morning. Make sure you're sort of informed of what might have happened. So we watch the two of you a lot. We miss you, but we're glad that you have.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah,
support.
we are too. It's definitely a big learning curve and continues to be. Everyone, I feel like I say that all the time, but it's been such a good learning curve. Just we've had so many skills we've had to learn, like setting up the studio, for instance.
Right.
And new
Lisa's,
people.
yeah,
like,
new
we're out of this
people.
bubble now. It's different.
Editing, but we are still grateful to have connections like you two, or even connections to Rogers and all of that can keep us going. And
I'm really
positively.
connected too. I was looking, and you and I, my birthday is the day before your birthday.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Pisces, 25th, you're 26th, right?
We won't go into what year.
I know, same year. I'm
Okay,
entering
we're
that
good.
era now.
Why
too.
is it? Is it a big birthday?
No,
not
I'm
yet.
close. I'll
Close,
be
he's
59 in February.
You're close.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna celebrate her birthday in Montreal this year.
Yes.
Oh.
Doing a big trip.
it's a
big little
good
girls'
birthday.
Trip, you know?
Montreal's
So,
incredible
oh,
city.
it's so fun. Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
time.
And what time will you go right on your birthday? Will you go?
Your
Right the
birthday.
next day. We leave
We
on
leave
your
on your
birthday.
Oh, you're on my birthday.
Yes.
Okay.
I think the Oilers will be back then playing.
They will be back. It's California trip.
Oh, that's
Okay.
nice.
And you're headed on that.
I'll be on that. Yeah.
The California trip is the one where you always get your nice glow you can see on
Yes.
TV.
Come back so dark.
You know, it was funny. One of the great stories. You know, first of all, one of the things that I find as someone who has kids that are the age of players, and when you're around a team, it's like getting to know an employee at your office. You get to know them not just as a producer, director, or someone who works in city admin. You get to know them. So I get to know the players, and so I always feel bad when they get criticized because they think, "Oh, he's such a nice guy." And but you get to know them over the years. And Darnell Nurse, who I've known since he got drafted, just recently told a story. He goes, "We're in the playoffs." He goes, "I got a lot of respect for you." And I'm like, "Why? What did I do?" He goes, "We're in the playoffs in LA, and I they have their morning skate, they have their meal, and then they go for a nap." He goes, "I looked outside my window, you were at like the pool, like 1 or 1:30." And then he goes, "I went for my nap, kind of a shower, came back out, opened the drapes. You were still in the same spot. You hadn't moved in like 3 hours." I go, "Wow, thank you." So I do tend to go a lot to the beach. Or the pool, depending on where we are. I literally now I don't bring a laptop on the road. I just have my phone. So I just do my work in a room, in a restaurant, at the pool, or the beach. So I have not enjoyed the final result of the Cup finals, but it's been, going to Florida in June has been, only thing missing is the Stanley Cup. But it's been great. And she would always say to me, "Do you have to come back with a 10? Like,
He needs his golden
You're like
glove.
comparing. You're like,
Yeah.
this isn't even close.
What vacations do you like to do, Karen? Like when you do, I know it's not often, even when you go for family trips, like what is your ideal trip?
I like a variety. What I really like to do is go back to Europe. We still have family in Europe, so we like to go back there, visit. We went to Euro Cup soccer.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, in 2024. That was great. And then just visiting family, warm vacation, visiting different spots in Alberta, going to Elk Island Park even.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, there's so many beautiful areas in Alberta to go visit.
she's our travel agent. Like, I don't do anything. And the kids really, none of us, like we might have some input or information, but really she books flights, she books tickets, she kind of puts the itinerary together, and then we just follow it. She takes some input from us, I guess, as to what we like to do.
You present a PowerPoint presentation, each person in the family.
Yeah. Our daughter loves to go to New York.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
We're a
yeah.
fan,
Yeah,
So I like it's nice going there.
And our kids are now into their early mid-20s, and we enjoy having them with us, and they still enjoy us paying for their vacations.
Of course.
I get that. I'm 30 and I still get to love that.
Yeah, I mean, they're always, your kids, and so we don't ever, we don't ever, I guess, think of them as not wanting to go, right? When they're 8 and 10 and 12, of course, you're taking your kids on your vacation, but now that they're older, we kind of approach it the same way, that they're coming with us unless they say, "Oh, we can't go," or "We're working."
Or now they're bringing partners
Well,
probably.
we're getting to that. Yeah, we're getting to that stage, which is a lot of fun and exciting. I mean, I would love to, like, people always ask, and you're kind of on term 4 years at a time. Like, how long do I want to work? And in some ways, I'd like to keep working for a long time, but I look forward to the day where my kids are having kids, and I always kind of say I want to try and not miss all the things I missed as a dad, as a grandfather. We'll see how it works out. Now, I do want to see a couple cups before I retire.
Yeah.
I would
No
love
kidding.
to stay as long as McDavid, but I think Connor's going to outlast me. I think he's going to keep playing till he's probably, for sure into it. He'll be like Sidney Crosby, probably playing till late 30s into around 40.
Especially nowadays, it's changed so much with the age. Speaking of your dad, actually, he did have a burning question for you, Gene. He wants
Yes.
to know where you get your hair done.
And who does your hair?
You know what, Dad?
I was going to be Karen.
You know what? I usually get mine cut once a year, and I just go wherever there's an opening at 9 a.m. on that particular day.
Once a year?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. But when I grew it long, I think that was 2022 or 2023. I think I went 19 or 20 months though cutting it. But now I usually cut it once a year. Normally I cut it the first day of the season or the night before. And this year though, I'm going to try cutting it the last day of the season.
Okay.
for the
I'm not
playoffs.
sure if you saw that video when Ryan Nugent-Hopkins saw Gene's haircut.
No.
He was like,
Yeah, I cut it in.
Really?
You got a lot of
Oh, I gotta go
compliment-
back and look at
Everyone
that.
reacted. Big reaction.
It was, you know, and that's sometimes social media doesn't have always a positive angle to it, but it's amazing how many moments we capture now that we never used to. You would just say, oh, whatever. Ryan Nugent Hopkins said this about my hair, where now people capture those moments and then put them together, and as you said, things that you don't expect to go viral go viral. So but I don't have a hairdresser. I don't go to a specific place. I go to anywhere around our house, and I just
your
I get
average
it
guy.
cut.
Yeah,
And
he is.
Karen will often say, because I only cut it once a year, I cut it short, and she would always kind of say, I think people might think you're in the military because you cut it so
So
short
true.
the one time a year that you.
remember the girl one time wanted to give you the military discount?
Yeah, she did. And I said, no, I'm not
And you were
military.
respectful. You said, no,
No,
wow, I
no,
can't
gosh, that's the
accept
last
it.
thing I would take without actually
Right?
earning.
Yeah.
So that's my story of my hair. No one specific. And,
What about shampoo? Like you're using Pantene or like it's.
I use Head and Shoulders.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
We can get you a Head and Shoulders deal with that rug.
Yeah, Head and Shoulders. Hit this guy up.
Head and Shoulders, yeah.
Seriously.
I should get that. Not a bad idea. I would love to get. I use just. Is it what's the gel? It's a green.
Dippity doo.
No, fructus, I think.
Fructus.
Oh,
Fructus,
yes. Karen picks it up for you.
Yes, yeah.
Oh,
And,
that's his favorite, yeah.
I just use that, and I do notice when I do cut it, there's so much less shampoo and hair gel that you use.
You noticed
Yeah.
too, Karen.
You know, people say, why do you grow it? I don't. I guess because I can, but I don't really have a reason for it. I actually like short hair, but I just grow it. She does like it long, though.
Yeah,
Oh,
with
yeah.
those luscious
I
locks,
like
like
it. I like
there's gonna be a
it.
time in your life where you can't do that. You gotta keep that as
I
long
don't know,
as you
I
can.
think that's going to be around till the end. He's got a thick rug.
Yes, yeah, it's sticking around. I hope so. And it's amazing to me. I think one of the things that's we talk about things evolving over years and decades. Like, it just never used to be a talking point, but sometimes people they want to talk about your hair. The longer it gets, or when it gets really short. Or I remember Coach Knobloch. He said to me, he goes, I didn't even know it was you this morning. That when I got a cut the morning of Game 1 versus Vegas in the second round last year, goes, I couldn't even tell. I didn't even really look, but I didn't think it was you because last time I saw you, you had this long hair, and then you get a cut so short. So it's kind of a neat talking point.
It
Oh,
is,
yeah,
and
it's
it's
great.
funny what people kind of pick up on. So we are headed into Valentine's Day, so I wanted to add like a kind of as like a closing question. You know what I'm going to ask? You can ask it.
Well, related to a secret to staying in love, or
Yes.
maybe advice for couples, or maybe any romantic plans. Gene, I was kidding.
Yeah.
Pressure's on now.
Well, I know how I want Valentine's to end, but you know what? We talked about this, and
Red.
our oldest son has a girlfriend, so he'll be spending Valentine's with her. But the other two kids don't have Valentine's, and so I think the four of us will go out and have dinner. They're like, why don't you two go out together? And we're like, we could, but we could go out another time too.
Yeah.
So we'll just the four of us will go out together. I'll leave the advice to her.
Yeah.
to what she
Yeah,
does.
what-
That's so nice as a family, though, for sure.
And a lot of people nowadays, they're asking, what is it? Like the divorce rate is higher than
Yeah.
ever, so people want to know what do
is
you
the
do?
secret, Karen?
What's the
Tell us.
secret?
I wish I could give the best advice to everyone, but I think it's for each individual to work on it, and I think it has a lot to do with compromise and just being. I mean, it helps to have the right partner,
Yeah.
the one that you love, and
Sure,
it's just
yeah,
a
I
connection.
agree.
And I think, again, going back to, we try to go to church every weekend as a family, and I think that helps our connection as well.
Are you opposites, or are you quite compatible? Or would you...
We're kind of opposites, I
Yeah.
think. Yeah. But I think
we're-
we complement each other well. And I use this example all the time. When when the kids were younger, and I'd walk into a room and I'd go, okay, what's the worst thing that could happen? Like I would plan out, where's the exit, where's the washroom, where he would walk into the same room and go, what's the worst thing that could happen? Right? Same words, but different perceptions. So
And
I think it complements each other.
You know, I don't think of it as work staying together. Like it's just.
I do. No. I'm just joking.
We just kind of, after a while, it just becomes natural. I mean, I couldn't think, and I have friends who have divorced and they're on Tinder or whatever, right? And I'm just like, oh my gosh, I just couldn't. I can imagine it if it's needed or necessary, but I couldn't imagine it for me. It just wouldn't seem like I would never. I mean, getting married once is enough. I would not get married a second time. She's cute, she's hot, she's fun, she's smart. I mean, where am I going to go find anything, better than that?
Oh, that's so sweet. Thanks.
You got the package deal over here, and you are a woman of many layers.
Yeah,
it's interesting. I mean, you were a DJ, you're a dental hygienist too.
I was a dental
we learned this today, and we were
Politics.
like, oh my goodness,
Before we let you guys go, I mean, I'm curious, like, what is there anything else that you're thinking of? I mean, you're going to be in council for another couple years. What's the future hold for you? Or are you kind of pretty content right now?
Well, I am taking courses to become a wine sommelier.
No.
Oh my goodness.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
just
amazing.
for fun, really. But who knows? Maybe it'll be a career one day. I don't know.
That might be a segment we'll have to do with you.
If you need somebody to try out these wines,
Well, that's what I always say. That's practicing is part of my education.
yes, seriously, that is so neat. How many months have you been in?
You know what? I took level 1 and level 2 quite a few years ago, so I have to take the 3rd level.
Nice.
Again, you actually need to study for it and do some sampling as well.
That's
See
so
the many
fun.
layers. I absolutely love this.
You guys are the best.
Yes,
It's been
and
such a pleasure.
Thank you both so much for coming in and for taking
it's
time. We
fun.
really
It's so much
appreciated
fun.
getting to know you both on a deeper level.
Yeah, thank you,
it's great.
and good luck to both of you.
Oh,
Thank you so much.
And thanks to you for taking this conversation off air. I'm Lisa McGregor.
And I'm Sarah Yaschek. We'll see you next time.